The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Another step towards the Super Bowl begins. We're off in the first of 4 divisional round games. Returnable from near the end zone. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Play action now, Young. He rolls to his right. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 47. This is cut by Isaiah Likely. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Young on the play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Working inside the red zone. Headed out right. Gets this to Sanders. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Chet Thompson finishing that play off. On second down, Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Working quickly here. Throwing his love on third. This is Reed working the right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. That's caught Tucker Kraft. And they make the tackle at the 38. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Love from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. First down throw, here's Love. Has it at the 7. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Brandon McManus on for the PAT. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. On now is McManus to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Here's Young on 1st and 10. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that throw cake pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now Young. This finds Likely. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get them enough for a first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. To the air on 1st down. Young. Hubbard hauls it in. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Jair Alexander with the stop. 2nd and 6 now. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. The rookie from Georgia has it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That was Jordan Fuller getting there for the tackle. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Set. Set, go.
Shotgun now for Love. Gets this one to Watson. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Let's go.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Love out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10, because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Looking slant route complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Play fake, it's Love. Buying some time right. He just throws this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. Juke the defender. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, 19-2.
Love to throw again. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Panthers make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Here we go.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. Young on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up. Hand off to the up end. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Devontae Wyatt finishing that play off. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams. Buddy, Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our 2nd half gets underway. From his own end zone, here we go. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down Packers.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, Love. Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Love. This is reeled in by Reed. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Working quickly here. They'll run, Jacobs. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. This is going to go as a pickup of 4, 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Jacobs.
I don't know how you try another run here. They simply won't be moved defensively in the trenches. If you're scoring, it looks like it's going to be through the air.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Love. He's on the move. Has it in close. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end?
And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take the lead right away in half number 2. McManus there to tack on the point after. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. Returnable from the 2. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 32. Pass complete to Hubbard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers start the 2nd half with some needed points. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers tie things up at 14. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Jukes one defender. Nice cut back to the right sideline. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They stick with Jacobs. Again, he hits the second level. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working inside the red zone. He's got it! Touchdown, Green Bay! The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level. They want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Man in motion here. On 3rd down, it's Young. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. This is reeled in by Leggett. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now Love. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Fits it through the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Offense in the hurry up here. They go play action here. It's cut right side by Watson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He's got it. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Chenault on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps him get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
To the air on 1st down. Young connects with Hubbard. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Play action now. Young. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Connection made to Beckham. And he's brought down after a short gain. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd down now, 7 to go. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Panthers moving quickly, trying to get set at the line. To throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here he is to throw. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Setting up to pass. Taken in by Likely. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to throw. He's got it deep downfield. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. One final shot here. It's intercepted. That will do it. And the Packers will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau.